All right, I am in Las Vegas right now, and I still opened up my charts and live streamed at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which was 4 a.m. Vegas time. This is a strip behind me. I don't know if you can see the sphere. That looks so cool from here. We have a great view from our hotel room. I did 1 hour of trading, 3 small green trades. Yay! But green doesn't mean perfect, right? And that's exactly what I'm going to go over in my video today. I'm going to make it quick though, because I'm ready to get breakfast. We might have a hike planned for today. All right. So let me go over my trades pretty quick today. So I had 3 green trades. XOS was my first trade. Okay, it was a break of the $0.50 actually. So this is what I said to myself. I saw that high of day was, let me go back. Confused on all the times here. I saw that high of day was over here at 8.59, and I said, well, if it breaks the $0.50 at 8.50, I'm going to get in hoping that it's going to go break high of day. Okay. So I said, okay, $0.50 classic resistance. I was thinking I'll break and hold above that level, but I saw that I saw a little price hesitation here, kind of dipped down below my entry. So I got out at 8.61. High of day was at 8.69. So I did leave money on the table. And so this week, my goal is to work on breaks over levels of resistance. And I don't know why my lighting is so screwed up today. Sorry about that. Breaks over levels of resistance. But I think now that I've kind of improved my entries by eliminating pullbacks, now, of course, I'm thinking I'm leaving money on the table, right? So are my exit indicators really working for me? That's definitely the question of the day. All right, the second trade, this one was IRE. IRE is a higher priced, it's a, what do you call it? Leveraged ETF against IREN. IREN had breaking news this morning. So it had good news. So I decided that I would get in an IRE, but I reduced my share size to 10 shares because of the higher price point, and I was trying to manage risk. So here, I was looking for, let me check here. What was my entry on this? High of day. I was looking for a high of day breakout. So you can see here on the chart, 45. So this right here was the high of day, and I was looking for a break over this level. I got in at 45.58, and I got out at 45.69. That was 10 cents a share. But of course, it's only like $1 something because I was only trading with 10 shares. But at that price, I'm definitely going to reduce my share size to reduce my risk and my exposure. So I think an early exit is pretty defensible because this was a parabolic move. And, you know, obviously at some point it's going to roll over. So I do think that this was a defensible exit instead of trying to hold it for 20, 30 cents a share. And as you can see, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I got out when I did. Okay, last one, LASE. All right, this was a flat top breakout. I love these. I don't know why I love them so much. I'm such a nerd. But I really like flat top breakouts. So this one, let's go to LASE. Here you can see this is like, for me, I love these. I find it really easy to see this. It tapped this level, tapped it again, tapped it again. Clearly a level of resistance here. When it broke over that level, I said, all right, I'll get in if it breaks over 359. It did. I got in at 361. And now this one, I really left money on the table. This is that exit indicator discipline that I really need to work on, where my my accuracy is good, but my losers are so much bigger than my winners. And you can see here, wow, I left so much money on the table. Even if I had got out here at 373, I would have had 20 cents a share. So I ended up with 3 cents a share on this one, and I did trade with 100 shares. But I think I'm just getting so excited. I'm seeing green and I'm getting out. If I see one exit, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Wow, my lighting is really bad. Sorry about that. If I see one exit indicator, I'm supposed to reset my stop at break even. If I see two, I'm supposed to get out. But honestly, sometimes I'm just seeing something and getting out. So I would say, to kind of roughly recap, my entries worked. I feel really, really good about my entries. I'm not necessarily shifting my strategy. I just eliminated some of my setups that weren't working, and I'm only focusing on the setups that were working. And quite honestly, at this point, I had such a rough 2 months. I really could care less about, having knock it out of the park days. I'm just looking for consistency and accuracy, and I just want to rack up some consistently green days, even if they're small green days. And this is a small green day, I mean, 3 green trades, 100% accuracy. So the leak, now I'm feeling like, and this is what happens to me every week when I work on a different goal. I fix one problem and then I work on the next bottleneck and the next bottleneck. There'll always be another bottleneck, okay? I don't think it's ever perfect. However, let's see. Today, let me just make sure this is on the right day here. 9:55. Okay, so 9:55. All right, so that's another thing. Maybe next week that I'll go back to exit indicators, because I seem to have really started to feel comfortable with the setups that I'm doing well on. I'm also feeling, I want to show you one more thing before I end the video. One of my viewers was trading SELX. I think maybe 2 of them were, but this last week, I just worked so much on identifying levels of support and resistance and trend lines. And I'm so excited that I can see things now that I couldn't see before. Now, I didn't trade SELX, but I'm just so proud of myself. I marked this and I realized that levels of support and resistance are subjective, but I marked off this level of resistance and that became support. Then the next, oh, good luck, everybody. The market just opened. This level of resistance became support. And then I marked this trend line and I said, oh, if it breaks this support level and this trend line, then I wouldn't get in. And it did reject there. But I'm starting to see things I wasn't seeing before. So I'm extremely, extremely, extremely excited about that. However, like I said, I'm using the theory of constraints to kind of select what my next bottleneck is. Sometimes I'm using data, and other times I'm just selecting something that I think I really, really need to work on. And now it's becoming clear that maybe the next problem I have to solve is holding my winners longer. I see a lot of my viewers are being really brave, and they're holding their trades longer. So any feedback you have on looking at exit indicators? I realize I still haven't put any indicators back on my charts. I haven't put VWAP back. Some of you mentioned pivot points, 9 EMA, 20 EMA, MACD. There's a lot of indicators that I've used before. However, I'm still really, really trying to dial in on the fundamentals of price action, level 2, and the tape. So that's where I'm headed for next week. All right. So that's pretty much a wrap for today. I am still going to be in Vegas tomorrow and Friday. Hopefully, I will be live streaming a little bit longer. Today, we're going to get our day started early, but I will be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's very dark here at that time, except you can see all the lights on the strip. It's really cool. It's actually very beautiful with the mountains in the background. And then later on today, I will hopefully publish my article, my midweek check-in on Substack, and let's do it all again tomorrow. Trade smart, guys.